Yay!
I was imagining when we meet in person that we explode and confetti comes out and the bodies disappear and it's like just a pile of confetti on the ground, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's it. To jumping Jack Flash by the Rolling Stones.
Yay!
Yeah, they're just gonna,
I'll get a running start, jump on you, and then we'll both fall.
and they'll
That's what
just be
we're
like a flame and then nothing.
yeah. And smoke.
Like
That
it,
was it.
like it never even happened.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, so good to see you. You look great.
Thank you. You did too. How exciting. Wow.
I would make like a cheap joke, like call you a fox because there's a fox behind you on the wall, but
Oh, yeah.
I would never stoop that low.
That's awesome. The perfect pickup line.
Yeah. So it's so funny that there's this seeking to know what I am, you know, to know what I am. Like that's what drove me my whole life. Like what the, you know,
Mm-hmm.
what am I? Like, come on. Like there was a seeking for that, like endlessly.
Yeah. Which you can't find because you're already it.
Well, that turns out to be the big joke
Mm-hmm.
that is not funny while you're seeking.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious when you see it. It's hilarious. You cannot believe it.
Yeah.
And it's always been what you're looking for. It's like always been you, the one that's looking. It's always been that,
Mm-hmm.
but you just so innocent.
Yeah. What's being looked for is the one looking. You are the lover. Appearing is everything. Hiding in plain sight by literally being everything. Every sensation, every thought, every doubt, every thought, this isn't it. That's it. That's it.
That's it. What else? Right?
Everything, everything.
Well,
Yeah, it's too easy. It's too immediate. It's too intimate. It's too simple that it can easily be overlooked, which is just beautiful.
yeah, it's so funny because you're completely like punking yourself,
Yeah.
you know? It's like I know you're separate. Like there's such a firm belief, that know that that one is separate. That feeling of separation can feel so real. And then suddenly it's just not there.
Yeah, it's just an innocent resistance that's just appearing to happen. No one's doing it already, and what you're resisting is what you're longing for because you are everything.
Right. So let's go into that. That would be a good one. So, right. So I'm longing for what I'm resisting. All right. So right now I'm bored. Okay. This moment is not doing it for me. But I'm taking the role of the seeker. So I'm coming to you with my question in regards to what you just said.
Hmm.
Like, how am I longing for this boredom right now?
Mm. Yeah, you are the infinite disguised as boredom, disguised as every sensation. It's it's all a mental projection and it's completely sensual and you are every sensation. You're appearing as every sensation. And not even because you're the noumenal, appearing phenomenal, completely untouched by what's appearing to happen, appearing as what's appearing to happen. No separation, just is. And when there's no resistance to it, it just is. It's just obvious it is.
Mhm.
And it's self-evident. It doesn't need to be known or it just is already. It is itself.
Yay.
Yeah,
Too easy.
too easy.
Yeah, it's too easy. Because if you're already it, or as I like to say, if you already have the $100 in your pocket, you already have the $100. It's in your pocket. And you're looking for the $100. because it would never occur to you that you already have it, right? Because you're like, well, why would I be looking if I have it, right? Why would I be seeking my true nature if I am it?
Yeah, when you chase it, it runs away. When you run away, it chases you because you are it. You're what you're looking for. Peekaboo. Yeah, and it can be disappointing too because there's nothing to get. Like it's too simple.
Yeah, nothing to get, boy.
Hmm. There's nothing to attain. There's no practice to be what already is. You can't get outside of what is to be separate from it to become it or yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, that was it.
Beautiful. I was just going to share a Sapiwe quote that I posted today.
Mm,
Our man Sapiwe,
yay.
South Africa, just love him.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I heard him say, so I posted it, and the picture behind the post was perfect because it was like all these staircases going in all different directions. So it's like, which staircase is the right one?
Oh, cool.
They're all going in different directions. So he said, since I don't know who I am, I don't even know what I want, right? If you don't know what you are, then how could you know what you want?
Mm-hmm. And being everything you can't know because you are. Yeah. Can't get outside of everything to know.
But I like how he sort of connected those two things because, you know, seeing there's no one here, we could just say that can be noticed, but there can be still a sense of doership. And what I love about what Sapiwe is pointing out is saying, well, no, let's slow down here. You don't know what you are, full stop.
Mm-hmm.
So then you couldn't possibly know what you want in this next moment
Yeah.
because who would be wanting it? What is wanting it? You haven't a clue.
Beautiful. It's just spontaneously appearing like the dream at night is just happening. No one doing it, no one controlling it, and it's not even happening.
All right, let's talk about that, right? Let's go into that. Why why is nothing happening?
There's no time for anything to happen. It's just and it can just be so obvious. It's not moving. It's not even happening. It doesn't even look like it's happening. There's no subject object. It's too immediate. It's too um, over before it starts. Alpha Omega. Just um, I mean, even these words
Yeah,
disappearing, appearing, disappearing. You can't even grasp any of it. It's just you can't even prove that the beginning of this call happened. That 5 minutes ago happened, and it can be very dreamlike too. Where even like yesterday, it's like foggy, like a dream, and even the you know 5 minutes ago. You
yeah,
can.
yeah. I was thinking about your analogy of the frame in a movie projector
Uh-huh.
and it's projecting the light onto the movie screen. And if you think about it, right, and I do think you've talked about this, where there's only space in that frame for one scene at a time. So when this scene of Jenny nodding her head appears, there's nothing else. That's
Hmm.
that's the whole movie at that moment. And
Yeah.
now her smiling, That's a completely different movie. That the other movie is now gone. There is no other movie.
Yeah, quantum physics talks about that too. Like this is snapshot of everything that could or couldn't be. That's no before this, nothing happened before this. And it's empty potential appearing as this. It can be anything. It's infinite, and the infinite that you are in disguise is what's appearing to happen, and it's malleable and changeable and can be anything.
Yeah,
It's
it's like the infinite kaleidoscope.
how cool.
Right? Because think about it, like a kaleidoscope moves, you can turn it, right? And all the little stars and glitter and all the stuff they put inside it, it just tumbles around. But yet
Yeah.
the whole thing is still. Like you're holding the view and you're not moving that because it
Hmm.
has to be still. So the silence, the stillness, and the movement are not two.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be, louder. The silence can be louder than everything else. Like it's just can be obvious that you're not moving. You're not doing any of this and this pure aliveness without thought, without concept that just is timeless.
There you go into samadhi. I'll just watch.
It's too already done. It's like and it doesn't need words. It doesn't need anything. Yet appearing as words, appearing as everything. And you're not even in the body. You're not. There is nothing physical. There's the body's being imagined. And when you even like in the dream at night, that's so such an obvious clue. It's like we've been talking about, like who's in the dream. There's no separate people in the dream. There's nothing separate. It's just perceiving. It's just sensations, mentally
Yeah.
being, perceiving, and it's one. No separation. And just like the dream at night, it didn't happen. It's not even happening. It's ephemeral. It's fleeting, temporary. Yet you are the permanent. What is always there? What's with you always? That which is never born, that which never dies. Yeah. This sense of aliveness, this feeling of aliveness without thought, without concept. Appearing as concepts, appearing as stories. And whatever is happening is what you're longing for, is you as the infinite appearing, is what's appearing to happen. It's you, it's your everything, which is no thing. And it's formless, it's not physical, it's not really happening. But this is what you're longing for. The longing is it. The seeking is it.
This is it.
Mm-hmm.
This is always it. Yeah, that wanting to escape the moment is wanting to escape yourself. It's not gonna.
It's also an innocent avoidance of realizing your absence, realizing that you're the infinite formless.
Yeah,
Yeah. And it's just innocent. It's like a game of hide and seek. It's playful. It's fun. It's what you want. Everything's what you want. Even the thought, I don't want this. That's what I want.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's every sensation, it's everything, it's every thought. It's the doubt, it's the
It's everything.
yeah.
Everything doesn't leave anything out.
Mm-hmm.
It's too all inclusive. And that's kind of the mind blow is it's all you wouldn't think it would be the war and the crime and the rape and everything, the usual suspects.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't think like God is not that. I mean, that's not good. So no, God is all that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything is God. And just like in the dream at night, who was in the dream? It was just me. What is me? Everything. It's not happening to me. The happening is me. It's literally everything.
So good. That's so good. No,
Yeah, it's like,
you are the it's yeah, it's I love that because it's sort of like this is why you can't talk about this, right? Because it's like if I could take the movie and I could take the screen and make them one.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it is one. Yeah. Just like the projector illuminating the images is one lit up on the screen. And you're just kicked back watching the movie.
Yeah, the movie's always going, no matter whether it's boring or exciting or neutral. It's the movie. It's like the dream. It's endless in a way. It's like that's it. That's the dream is always there's like no off switch. You know, there's this dream, I would say, and then like you were saying, there's a nighttime version, which, as you always say, Jenny, is a clue.
hmm
If we didn't have that nighttime version to compare, you'd never wake up.
And the deep sleep clue where you are the unmanifest.
Yeah, yeah, and
The pot of Brahman or
that's
the
what I meant. Yeah, the nothing, how the the deep sleep where it's just so beyond peaceful.
mm-hmm. And then the conscious dream, waking dream where you're projecting everything and being everything, appearing as everything, which isn't really happening. It's all being imagined. And it's beautiful because you as the formless that can't be seen can see yourself in what you're not, imagining the opposite, imagining form, imagining finite qualities.
Maybe we could talk a little bit about that, about because that was something that was seen here. I want to say kind of early on, the fact that being right no longer felt important here, like arguing a position, that can start to not feel like it used to. Like there might have been a time where there was like a charge. You felt most alive when you were arguing a point of view or being right. You felt, oh, I'm right. And that can feel good for a while until it doesn't. And
hmm
and suddenly you want peace. You don't care about right. You don't, you know what I mean? You don't know squat. You just go, I want the peace. You go directly for the freedom. And if it's not peace or freedom or God or whatever you want to call it, you, you're not interested.
Plus, there's no one to convince. There's no world to change. There is no one. And so there's nothing to argue about. But also, everything is infinite, empty potential. It can be anything. You're God, so it's whatever meaning you give it. And it's infinite meaning, which is zero meaning. So it's all playful and malleable and it's all make believe. It's whatever you want it to be. And it doesn't matter. So what is there to argue about? It's literally everything. It's whatever you say. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Beautiful.
So it's just like one imagination arguing with itself, or just like
Yeah,
being totally schizophrenic, sitting there thinking you have imaginary friends, arguing with them or something. It's just like not even.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
nothing to protect, nothing to, and it's all you. It's all, seeing is rendering. So you're seeing everything that appearing as everything, all these apparent characters with unique qualities having unique paradigms and projecting those beliefs, or which is just innocent and beautiful. Yeah, totally limitless. Only as limited as you believe yourself to be, which is healable and changeable and malleable.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about belief is they're so innocently held on to and they're so goddamn limiting, you know? When you're at like there's a belief running, it's so painful. Like that's how it became here. Like as soon as it was something that, like alarm would go off,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like would
Yeah.
drop like a hot potato, like no questions asked.
Yeah, it's beautiful because the intuition is so intelligent. It just knows. And so whenever there's a limited thought that's dividing, either the sensation of fear will come in or contraction or whatever, which is just screaming no. It's like the magic 8 ball. Nope. This isn't separate. This isn't real. It's not even happening. And it just screams that, like the in the nightmare at night where the fear and the squeezing wakes you up from the dream. It's just part of the navigation system. The GPS is so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why you can't want this. You cannot want, you think you want it, but nobody wants the end of them. That's funny. That can be taken two ways too.
Yeah. I don't know. I was excited about it. Like I said, like we talked about before, like the postponing an orgasm. Like it's coming, but you're like holding off because once that peak happens, and so it's just exciting. I remember it being playful, and I was almost distracting myself on purpose, like trying to come up with problems to solve or things to worry about, or until it was just too late, and I was just cracking up laughing. I was like,
Yeah.
it's just so beautiful, all of it.
No, I totally get that because it's funny because I was thinking about like the excitement of getting your favorite toy Christmas morning. You know,
Yeah.
that was your whole world. Like all you cared about was getting the bicycle under the tree or, or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like that was so that's it. Like that was the innocence, when you had that kind of, just, oh, my bike. Oh, good night, mom. Good night, God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, and it's just already, already. It is already, nothing needs to be done. There's no explosion to wait for. There's no shift that needs to happen. It's just already fucking this. Already, this is everything. This is you as the infinite, serenading yourself as everything. You're breathing it. You're sitting in it. You're hearing it. You're tasting it. You're touching it. It's fucking everything. And this, it is sensual and it is um, beyond the senses.
Yeah, it's funny how like all the creatures have different senses, right? So a spider, right, has eight eyes or whatever. It's like God appearing as every manifestation, every bug, everything,
Hmm.
every everything, every trinket, every a
Yeah.
piece of goddamn dust on,
Hmm.
on the floor. That's God appearing as dust. That's you
Hmm.
appearing in the
Hmm.
dream as dust.
Yeah. And nothing physical. It's all mental. Like even the flesh or the feeling, the squeezing of the hand. What is it without the sense of touch? What is the sense of touch? It's all mental perceiving. It's all mental. There is nothing solid. And you're not even in the body. You don't even need a body. It's so amazing because it's like holy shit, it's invincible. It's immortal. It's
It's timeless.
yeah. And the physical can't affect the mental because the physical is being imagined by the mental. It's not even so it's like I said, you're God, so you're whatever you focus on, you create, or whatever it has no meaning until the meaning you give it. It's completely limitless. It's malleable and transmutable. So it can instantly transmute, which is mental. It's mental alchemy, magic. And there's no one doing it. It's just no choice whether or not, that's appearing to happen or not, which is not, it's not even happening. Yeah. And it's so still. It's like I can't even tell the difference between running and sitting. It's like effortless because there's nothing happening. Like there's no one doing it. Like nothing, no effort. It's just a sensation.
Hmm.
It's just an impersonal sensation that's perceiving itself as one consciousness perceiving itself as
Yeah.
it.
And it taught itself. I was thinking about like, how do you recognize me? Like, how do you know this is Michael Jeffries? Or how do I know that's Jenny Erickson, right? It learns patterns. Like the people your mom, your dad, family, friends, all dog, cat, these are all patterns that this taught itself. And it's like every species has its own language. Chimps have one, even ants have a language, that's unique to them. So it's like infinitely expressing itself.
Infinite intelligence appearing is it's timeless and immediate. So there's no past for reference point. So it's just immediately defining itself. Just
Yeah, let's go into that because as you know, that's one of my favorite things when you look around and say, "Where's the past? I don't see it." Right? I love that because it's actual. It's not. You can look right now. Look right now for something called my past life.
yeah, where is it? It can be too literal. Like Where is it?
That's the backpack that was
Where did that word go? Where did that word, where are these words going?
where where they where'd they come from? Where are they going? And isn't it obvious? Like if you ask a question, the question and answers don't come out of different places.
Hmm.
They're exactly the same. They're both what? It's
Yeah.
2 plus 2 is 4. Same voice.
And the question is the answer.
Yeah, it's because it's the same material. It's the same God. It's not the question and answer aren't coming from different places,
Hmm.
so to say.
Yeah, singular, so there's no paradox. Yeah, so infinite you can't know. You can only be.
That's the resting. The being is the resting. Finally.
Mhm.
Hallelujah.
Which already was and is, when you
I was too busy looking for it.
Well, that was the funny part here. I was like, wait a second, it's always been this. What the hell was covering it up? What is going on here? It was already this.
It's hilarious.
Too obvious. Wait a minute. It's too obvious. That's what it is. It's too easy.
Yeah. I cannot.
The beautiful, like, imaginary abstraction, and it was just for fun.
The childhood, the whole poor me, getting beat up in school, all of it, oh, I'm a victim, it's like carrying this backpack, this 100-pound my story, and this is what I'm good at, and this is what I'm not so good at, and all this bullshit.
It's so beautiful, though. Oh my gosh. You as God dreaming this, appearing to look for yourself in a dream and realize you were it all along, you were everything, and it was just a dream. So that's why I call it a love story. It's fucking beautiful. The whole thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Even what I thought was fucked up or traumatic, or
Yeah,
all of it was me,
yeah.
and just totally beautiful. And the resistance is the catalyst to waking up. It's also the apparent veil.
Hmm.
So it's so beautiful and perfect. And everything's the clue. Everything's the clue. I was driving down the highway the other day and there was a billboard that said, "This is the Garden of Eden." Yep, yep. It's
Yay.
everywhere. It's
Oh,
everywhere.
well, it's everywhere when, it's like we say the thoughts will attract proof. So whatever you believe, you'll attract thoughts
Hmm.
to support your belief.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you're God. So whatever you focus on, you create. And so you attract evidence, and when there's resonance, so you bring proof, and so the mind abstracts and projects proof of the belief or the resonance, or to prove it, which everything can be proven. So
Yeah.
it's all make believe. Everything's the sugar pill. It's all the placebo effect. Um, and it's like, well, what sugar pill do you want? I mean,
Yes.
do
Beautiful.
you want the really expensive one? It's all a ritual to believe. It's like you know, it's like um and then you'll see Yeah, so it's limitless. It's malleable and healable and playful, and it can be anything. It can resonate on anything and bring proof of anything, of being limitless, of, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing about words. Both sides can be argued. Lawyers do it all the time, every day in court. It's the same case, but they're both just taking opposite sides using the same, basically the same words, And so you begin to see that it's not in the words. There's no freedom in words.
It's all energetic. It's all mental energy. Resonance. It's like a radio station. And you resonate on the frequency, and then you bring evidence of it, and it just shows up. And
Right, and that works for the infinite too, yeah? Because, right, for so long you were collecting limited evidence that poor me, I'm a victim. And then suddenly you realize you're the evidence. Oh, what happens when you start getting evidence in your life that you're the infinite? Well, Jenny and Leela show up.
that's awesome. Yay! How fun.
Shout out to,
Yeah, it's so magical. It's so magical. I used to play with this just for entertainment. I would just mess with it. And this is one example of it. Like one night before bed, I resonated on the frequency of a live show or live music. I had the urge to go to a concert or something. I was excited about it. And resonated on that frequency, went to bed, got a call at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I answered it, and it was my friend who said, "Come outside, come outside." He was in a band. Okay, so I went outside. It was his band in a van, like rape van from the 70s. And I crawled in with my robe and my slippers on, and they serenaded me one song, the whole band in the van. And then I was like, "Oh my God, that was amazing. Thank you guys." And it was just like the best little bedtime story. And then I went back to bed. It's just like but shit like that, it's just playful,
I I'm telling you, I see it happen every day. I
Yeah.
I see shit come together. How is this going to happen? I don't have a clue. Like that's another thing maybe we could talk about because like when there used to be the usual strategic planning. Okay, well, this is what I want. This is my goal. Now,
Hmm.
what do I have to do? All that, right? And now it's it's the opposite. It's it's
Yeah.
it's not work at all. It's more just getting quiet and observing.
Yeah, no one's doing it. It's appearing to happen on it. And you're not doing anything. And it's effortless. And even neuroscience has done studies on that where it was like the body made a decision, and then 7 seconds later, um,
You became
there
aware
there
of it.
was an ownership, like,
Yeah,
oh, I made the decision.
yeah, yeah.
But
Well,
it just does itself, and it's so effortless and intuitive. And when there's no resistance to it, it's just totally in the flow, like the Wu Wei. It's just like, and it's intuitive, even simple shit. Like I was walking, walking at the park, and I was like starting to do another lap around the lake, and then the body turned around and started walking home, and the thought came in, the boys are going to be home soon, or the boys are coming home, which I didn't know when they had left their dad's house. But so like the exact steps that it took to walk back, it intersected the boys. Like I walked up to the parking spot at the exact moment they pulled up in the car. It's just magic. And
yeah, it's too perfect.
yeah, it just does itself.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's that intuition is so funny too, that magic 8 ball of yes, no. It's so random too, like so simple and random. Like we were at the tea house, and this couple, we were sitting in the little tea room. It was just us in this one spot, and then this couple walked in to sit down, And the intuition said no, just randomly. And it was that they had decided not to sit there. It was just so random. It's just like it just knows all day, you know. It's like, and then we're walking downtown, and there's this vision of this of us being in this particular store, and then we take the corner, and Finn's like, "Let's go in this store," and so it's like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. I do know.
yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's
Hmm.
like you're like, well, how is this going to work out? Like you're like, like it can look like the biggest clusterfuck, and
Hmm.
you're like, and then suddenly it's like watching magic. Like you see, just
Yeah.
you don't get involved, and that's something, it's hard. I notice, like doing nothing doesn't sound very exciting. So I get it, right? I get why people want to tell, well, let me tell you a piece of my mind. Let me tell you how it is. Let me tell you blah, 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 right? And that's like that can be so compelling for a while. And then all of a sudden it doesn't.
It's so beautiful and playful. And the stories are fun too. It's just, it can be obvious it's not happening and it's just, but the story is what you're longing for. Everything is. It's fucking beautiful. The story is it.
Yeah.
And it's all make believe. It's all, yeah.
And and this is such a freedom. The freedom of there not being a right or a wrong way. Like
Hmm.
that's all imagined. Because I promise you, anything you can think is right, I could find someone to think it's wrong. And anything you can think is wrong, I could find someone that thinks it's right.
Hmm. Yeah, it's empty potential. It can be anything. It's just, it's everything. It's transmutable and malleable and
Right. So it's no
harmless. It's
like it's
everything harmless.
yeah, it's no way, like this is almost like a Jennyism. It's no way, so it's every way.
Yeah, it's every freaking way. So there is no right or wrong. It's
Yeah. That's imagined.
hmm.
You can imagine you're right. No problem.
And even the right and wrong isn't right or wrong. It's it's yeah, it's perfect. And what is no right or wrong without right or wrong?
Yeah.
And what is anything without a thought? What
Well,
is non-duality without a thought?
yeah, what is anything without its opposite? If there wasn't hot, would there be cold?
Yeah, the negation is what defines it. You have to know what it's not. You can only know what you're not.
Mm,
Hmm.
I love that. That's what you can only, it's your one, you can only be what you already are, and you can only know what you're not.
Hmm. Yeah, this pure aliveness, pure beingness without concept, without thought, which is everything.
Yeah. And it's just like a beautiful resonance can be felt. All of this can't be proven. It's not a belief. Nobody knows this, but there just can be a resonance that all is this.
Hmm.
Blind, Jesus talked about blind faith.
Hmm. It just is. And the childlike wonder of it, like where there's prior to working it out or trying to work it out or should and shouldn't and why and needing an explanation, which is completely innocent and beautiful. It's that which is unknown trying to know itself. Um, but like prior to that illusion of object permanence, where you know, it's just immediate.
Yeah, it reminds me of like imagine that you're just a camera, but there's like no off switch, and it doesn't, it's like it's always on live. It's always real live. There's like no saving of it. It doesn't have the ability to, how record it and then you put
Mhm.
on a hard drive to save it for, there's no later. There's just the pure,
Aliveness.
yeah, that's it.
I like that.
Well, because so if you begin to start thinking, about a past, then that's what's playing in the movie. But that's all that's playing is you imagining your past, that there's a past. Or if you're thinking, what am I going to do tomorrow or later? Then that's the movie. That's what's playing. Like there's just no escape, whatever's appearing on the screen. It's just whatever it is.
Hmm. And you're not even in it. You're not doing any of it. You're uninvolved. Mhm. And it's all joy. All of it is just spontaneous sensations, impersonal.
And it's amazing, right? Because, like, as you know, Jan, I was sharing with you and Leila, I grew up like we could not sing. Like my sister and I, if I had one wish, it would be to sing. But, like I just had such a solid belief that I couldn't sing that I never did.
Hmm.
I would never. And then that day I messaged Leila with Clementine, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh my God, you can too sing."
Yeah. That was just a scam. That was a scam.
And like that's the power of belief. It totally shut down.
Yeah. And then you can innocently bring proof. Yeah. But it's changeable and malleable and healable. Everything is. It's just playful.
Well, that was a good one. It's always good if you have like this is one of my favorite, like when you have a rock solid belief explode right before your eyes. So there's just like shattered shards of your belief on the ground. Like, and you're like, holy shit, I was so sure that was the way it was.
Hmm. Yeah, they're limitless. It's just everything's limitless and malleable and empty potential. It can be anything. It is infinite. It is infinite disguised as whatever's appearing. So it is all make believe, like believing in the boogeyman. And if everything's you, then what could be harmful?
Right?
What's scary? There's nothing scary. and it's not even happening. Holy shit.
That's great. Well, that's like the you get the best of both worlds. Like you could die in a car crash and it's not even happening.
Yeah, you never die. You were never born. What is always with you? What never left you?
Hmm. Yeah, if you think about like your birth, I don't remember being born. It's almost as if the world just showed up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what were you before consciousness, before there was this appearance of beingness, and which is every night in deep sleep.
Huh.
Everyone's
I was
scared of
just gonna
death, but they die every night.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah. Yeah, you are the original face. Like you're just it's so
Yeah.
obvious.
Yay.
And then this beautiful projection of the imagination,
Yeah.
ev-
So the
it's
the
amazing.
deep sleep is the clue to your true nature, the deep sleep, because it's
Hmm.
just unfathomable.
Yeah. And singular, so you can't get outside to
I know.
be aware of it. It
It's
just is self-evident. It is itself.
but it's like it's mind blowing.
Hmm. And it already is this.
I know, right? So
That's what it's this.
so that's why like that's when the celebration really begins. Like you don't, I think Leela and I were talking about this. You don't really like it's just the journey's just beginning. Like people like when you awakening can sound like the goal. It can sound like, okay, once I get no, it's actually life in a way just begins because suddenly you're able to enjoy and just be. And it's a whole different experience.
Hmm. Yeah, and it's already everything. So it's everything's the goal. It's just one
I like
perceiving. It's one perceiving. It's just
I like that. Everything's the goal.
hmm.
Like how it's like everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
Like you can't fuck up.
No way, there's no fucking this up. Yeah. It's too easy.
What a relief,
Hmm.
right? We're wanting to do it right. I remember in school with my pencil box and my erasers and, you know, wanting to do it right. And I just couldn't. Like I'd look around at the other kids. I'm like, how does everyone know what they're supposed to be doing?
Hmm. That's cute.
So you mimic them. You become a mimic. Oh, I see. Okay, they do this. And like it's observing. It's like being on another planet and observing, Earthling behavior. And then you begin to replicate it.
Yeah, it was in the story that didn't happen of Jenny that it was all alien and weird. I was like, what the hell are we doing here? What are these bodies? What is the purpose of this? Where did we come from? Like, what the hell? I gotta figure this shit out. This is weird.
Yeah, that's why we're alike. That's how it hit me.
That's so cool because that's the opening too. It's like the resonance. Okay, time to wake up. And then it just can get too obvious or not, and it doesn't matter because everything's the goal because it's already
Hmm.
God. It's already,
It's already it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
whatever's being, perceiving, whatever sensation, whatever
Hmm.
resonance is it is the infinite that you are. So it's just like nothing needs to happen. It's already done.
Yeah.
And every sensation is fucking equal and beautiful, and it's all joy, and it's all not happening to anyone. And it's just sensations and
Hmm.
empty, empty spaciousness, nothingness appearing as sensation. So, like, you cannot even be able to tell the difference between pain and, you know, joy, or it's just like it's all the same.
Hmm.
And there's no, without that reference point or resistance or in favor of other, it's allowed to be. It just is. It's everything. It's all encompassing aliveness appearing as whatever is appearing. So without that resisting or reference, it's all in loveness.
Hmm.
And no should or shouldn't is, and no cause and effect and no meaning or whatever. It's just completely free. It's like who's there to say what it is? It's like,
Hmm. Well, just like in a nighttime dream, even if a character came onto the screen in the nighttime dream and said, "Hey guys, let me tell you what it is. I have the secret." That character is also made of the exact same dream everything else is made of.
mm-hmm. Your appearing is everything to wake you up from the dream, and appearing is everything. So I remember like seeing all the trickster characters that I played, to shake me. It was just like, oh my God, that's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's easy to get caught up in people's charisma. If you meet a charismatic person, you might think, oh, they know something. They have a lot of friends, a lot of followers. They look confident. They must know.
Yeah, no one knows anything. It's too infinite.
Hmm. I love that. Too infinite, too already.
Mm-hmm. Too immediate, too intimate, too instant.
Yeah. Too already done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then it becomes more of a celebration, whatever. It's like, wow, you know, like I'll just stare at my hand, I'm like, look at this. How,
Mm-hmm.
how did this get here?
Yeah.
What are you doing there, Mr. Hand?
Totally, totally. Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny because I used to leave the house a lot, or keep doing entertainment stuff, and like, which the character still does that for the family, like it entertains the family or gets them out or whatever, but like I'm completely content just staring at the wall, smiling for hours. Like it doesn't matter. It's all the
Wow.
same. It's fucking beautiful. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh no, I was thinking about that. I like if we meet in person, I would just like be staring at you a u- like a unicorn.
Oh, yay. Yay.
Because like for so long there was seeking like, is there anyone out that feels this way? Anyone? Like one? I'll take one. And I'm like, holy shit. She's basically saying what I'm saying. She's the same feelings, the same like, wow.
Beautiful. Yay. The radio station.
Yeah. Well, if it's your favorite song, what are you going to do? You know,
Yeah.
hear it played.
That's beautiful. Yeah. All wanted just for fun.
I love that because it makes like, I mean, everything is play. Like, even if it feels serious, you can still
Hmm.
be done in a kind of a lighthearted manner, like
Yeah.
less serious. Like, you're just laughing, like, oh, I know. So, my sweet sister, you might notice some Christmas gifts. She like said, oh, we're not going to do a big Christmas. And then, of course, she totally loads me up. And they brought me one of the things. She's so sweet. She brought coconut Thai curry. I'm like, oh, coconut Thai. She
Yum.
she brought it all the way from San Diego. And
Wow.
I'm sitting here last night. I may have been watching your video, and
Oh, cool.
and all of a sudden, this is what happens when you get old. I just shook. Like I just something happened, and the whole thing just spilled onto my lap and then onto the floor. And
Yeah.
it's like the worst thing because it's curry.
Oh,
It's stuck at, and I'm just laughing. Like I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
I go, that did not just happen. I go, so I'm just looking at it. I stopped the video, I'm like, okay. And I just saw the body begin to clean it up.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, you're not doing any of it, and it's just playful. You're right. It's just, and it doesn't matter. It's like it's not taken seriously. It's effortless, and everything is what you want. So it's like I wanted that.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
So
clean.
cool.
Yeah, it's so great because there was no like cursing or no like, oh, I can't believe, there was no story.
Yeah,
It was just, holy shit, didn't see that coming.
totally. Yeah, here too, whenever there's like a stepping in bear shit or whatever, it's just like it's all playful.
I know, right? Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, this loves to surprise itself.
Yeah. Yeah, like turning on a movie you've never seen before and you don't know what's gonna happen.
But we love surprises if you think about it, right? Because if I
Hmm.
bring you a big box, a big present, big Christmas, all wrapped and big shiny bow, and
Hmm.
you don't know what's inside it, you're gonna light up. You're gonna go, holy shit, what is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love surprises and the mystery of the unknown is just so sexy.
Well, that's funny. That's actually, I never thought, but people that, yeah, there's something to be said for something that's mysterious can also be sexy.
It is. Even meet like even when there's the characters meeting a new character and it's like you don't know it, so it's mysterious and curious and that's how all of this is. It's just completely you are the unknown. Erotically unfolding. I love surprises too and like all these art things that come through that are just doing itself. It's like the body is just moving and no one's doing it. It's just so obvious that there's no doer. But even yesterday with the family, we went out on the town to hang out and for holiday stuff and I got the random idea of an art thing that I want to do or just like and I was like, okay, guys, we're gonna get against this mural in this alley downtown, and I need you to robot dance just for 20 seconds. Why, Mom? Why? Just do it. Just do it.
I can't believe they still ask you why at this time. Like,
I
as
know.
long as they've been with you.
And they were like, "What are you gonna do?" And I'm like, "I don't know. something.
Something, something.
Some kind of art will come out of it.
Yeah,
It's just happening.
yeah. I love it. Yeah, we should that's another thing that's freed up, right? Like the three of us are working on a project and I have to say my creativity is like through the roof because all that energy that was spent obsessing about the Michael character, how it was doing,
Hmm.
but that all is now freed up to be used for creative purposes.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's uninhibited. There's no filter or self-consciousness. It's just fucking
Yeah. And you're
happening.
not afraid, like if an idea gets shot down, you've got like a million infinite more. So it's,
Hmm.
there's no longer
Yeah, it
that
doesn't matter.
attachment. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's no credit, there's no agency, there's no, yeah, no responsibility.
Damn.
That is freedom.
That is freedom.
No rules, no
Yeah.
authority, no hierarchy.
No, no one to do anything.
Mm-mm. No levels. Yeah, it's just appearing to do itself like the dream at night. It's just,
Yeah. And it always just picks up randomly, right? It's like, boom, you're dreaming. Oh, you're in the Grand Canyon. Like, it's just like you're in a scene. It's all accepted. Just
hmm.
out. Like, why are you and I zooming right now? I don't know. I
No
don't.
choice.
It's just
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Wow. Sister, we did it. We
Yay!
did it.
Oh,
Yay.
beautiful. That was so fun.
Mwah.
Mwah. So happy to see you.
It's so good to see you, sis. Have a great I don't know, rest of your day.
You too. Yay! Talk soon.
Talk soon. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye.